Alright, this is the game of Bellwether. We're going to run through a turn real fast and kind of show you how it works. Bellwether is a game of wizards. Bellwether is the name of the school where the wizards go. The town has been destroyed by dark creatures, but the battle has been won, and it is up to the wizards to rebuild their civilization, including all of these buildings here, all the supplies the city needs, the government, everything needs to be rebuilt. And the wizards are going to help do that, including the School of Bellwether, which is right there. Which, if you rebuild that, you get 21 victory points. So that is a nice thing to be able to build. And it shows on each building what it takes to rebuild those. So in the meantime, what will the wizards do? They will hunt dark creatures, they will learn new spells, and they will build buildings, and they will meditate, which gives them power, and that's where these chips come in. So we'll start with the red player, who's right here. The red player who's already built a building. He's already restored the city's grain supply by building that building. And so what he needs right now, he hasn't got very many tokens, so he needs to meditate and gain more tokens. There's quite a few yellow tokens here, so he's going to choose yellow. And anytime anyone meditates, then there's one token that goes back on each of those areas from the supply. So they continually build up, and now it looks like, the red is actually the one to choose after this. The red is actually used for hunting, hunting the dark creatures. Alright, we'll go to the green player's turn. Green player's right here. Green player's got a couple of spells. Right now he's got an underworld staff and a mind spring stone. They could be used for hunting, they could be used for other things, but right now he is going to build. He's going to choose to build this right here, replenish the brick supply to the city. That's going to cost him 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 red token. Those go back over there into the supply, and he places his block right there. That'll gain him 4 victory points at the end of the game. Alright, we'll move on to the purple player's turn. Let's see, the purple player looks like he needs to study. So he needs more spells. He's got 1 spell right now, which is the Inferno Ball, and so he's going to study. Now, the spells that all these players have give them bonuses on their turn and on other players' turn. For instance, both of this player's cards, both the green player's cards, allow him to take a bonus when someone studies. This one actually when only he studies, but this one when anyone studies, he gets a green token. So this player's going to study, and by doing that you just look at a new spell. He's going to look at that card, and he says, okay, well, I can decide on that. To look at another spell, he spends a blue token, and he looks at 2 now, and kind of likes the looks of both of those, so he's going to keep them both. And he could look at another one. It would cost him 2 more blue tokens. Maybe that's a little too expensive for what he wants to spend, so he's going to hang on to those. So he's not going to look at another one, but he is going to keep an extra one. He can keep the first one for free. The second one he does have to pay to keep an extra spell card. So he'll keep that one. Now, like I said before, this player over here, when anyone studies, he gets a free green token. And let's see, if anybody else gets something on studying, no. So there are a couple here that get something when other players hunt. So we'll show you how that's done too. So now he's built up his supply of spells, and anytime anyone studies, there's things that happen here. Now, these spells triggered something. Down in this corner of the card, it shows a creature card. So a new creature comes out, and he is going to block the players from building on one of these buildings, and he's going to block the players from building on building number 7. This is a 3 and a 4. So this actually goes on here where the livestock is. So this creature is going to block players from getting livestock. So what the players want to do is try to hunt those creatures down and try to get rid of them so they're not blocking the spaces anymore. If a creature comes out and there's already a building there, that creature is just discarded from the game. He doesn't plague the city. So moving on, this card, since this player took this card, it actually triggers putting 1 more token on each one of these. and it also triggers him getting one of his choice. Right now he doesn't have, let's see, he's going to take another red just in case he decides to do some hunting. Alright, so the fourth player right here is going to do some hunting. He's going to look around at these cards. The first thing he does is turn up a new creature, and this creature is the Griffin Order, and he's also got a 7 defense. So this player has to do 7 to him. He's got a strength of 2, and he's got the Griffin Order card. So that will double the strength of that to a 3. And this player to do an extra point of damage. He can get that up to 7 by spending 1 for the first point of damage, extra point, 2 for the second extra point of damage, and 3 for the third extra point of damage, therefore taking out this new creature. Now if he didn't take this creature out, this creature would then go and land on one of these cities. You can also hunt the creatures that are already on here. You can choose, and in fact you can divide up the damage that you do between as many creatures as you possibly can. In this case, he just barely has enough to take out this guy. But this guy will give him 11 victory points at the end of the game, so that is a nice victory for him. So he spends this card to do that, he spends these tokens to do that, and that's how it goes. You play until either all these cards are gone, or these cards are gone, or someone has put all their blocks out. Those are the things that end the game, and then you see who has the most victory points, and you're the winner. Thanks very much for watching.